Okay guys, I don't really remember how many videos I have on my channel related to the keyshots posted by this Arcane Artist, but here we have another set of keyshots and it may very well be the last one. How do I know that? Well, the artist made a post where they mentioned something along those lines. Now, in response to that, all I can say is that thank you to this artist for making all of these posts from the past few weeks. Especially now that Arcane is over, people can enjoy something related to their favorite characters. I'm not saying that their story is over, but I doubt that we are gonna get anything in the next few years. Or at least that's the case for many of the characters who were part of Arcane. Not all of them, but many of them. Before you ask, yes, the link to all of this is in the description. I chose to look at them on Instagram because it's much easier to swipe through all of them together instead of looking at two different posts on Twitter. In the first keyshot, we have Viktor inside the cocoon, undergoing the transformation, chrysalis, however you wanna call it, and while inside that cocoon, he is crying. How do I know he's inside there? Well, the artist confirmed that in a response given to a question. So, right here we have a question and it says, "We really missed out with this one. When was Viktor supposed to be crying?" And the answer, in his cocoon, the moment he abandoned his humanity to become a machine. In the next one, we have Jayce in the future version of Zon and Piltover. Piltover and Zon, however you wanna say it, is above a fissure with his hammer alongside him, and well, he's taking it all in while it's raining. Honestly, props to Jayce for going through literal hell so he could get back to the past to fix the future, you know, a hexcorized future where Hextech destroyed Piltover and Zon. I do not believe the idea that Viktor, was able to destroy the entire world, because there are some characters in the lore of Runeterra who are basically untouchable by Viktor's powers. So I doubt he was able to destroy everything. But we need to receive a confirmation from the writers, if that's the case. He is a city level threat. That's my opinion. Either way, Dark Souls Jayce, yeah, I know people like saying that. Really cool idea. Then on the other side we have Ekko giving up heaven, an almost perfect version of Zon and Powder, to get back to his timeline to help his friends, right? Both of them sacrificed a lot. Then we have Viktor and Jayce in the 6th episode, and why is that? Because Viktor did not undergo the transformations, and Jayce is locked in, probably preparing to take the final shot and kill Viktor. In this keyshot, we have Rictus, who's about to die. He will be mauled by Warwick, who you can see right here, and well, that is very sad news for Ambessa, and that is the reason why she's seen crying in that same episode. Rictus really meant a lot to her, and you can see that whenever you read Ambessa, the Ambessa book, Ambessa Chosen of the Wolf by C.L. Clarke. Really good read, in my opinion, and that's where you can see how close they were together and how much they went through. Lastly, for this keyshot, if you look at the upper image, you can see Warwick, who recognizes Powder, or either Vander, whose mind is still there or is there, recognizes Powder, and this is taken from the moment when Jinx starts fighting or dodging Warwick inside the prison, and at one point she is prepared to go all out with a grenade. Now I'm not sure if this was supposed to be on the ground, maybe if you look sideways it's on the wall, however you wanna call it, right? But then again, pretty cool scene in my opinion. Speaking of Warwick and Jinx, here we have Warwick and Isha looking at him while he is fighting against these Noxian soldiers, and in this instance he looks very, very big. Look at his arm, I mean, yeah, it's just a keyshot, still really cool stuff. And in the lower image we can see Isha running with Jinx's gun after she placed all of those Hextech gems inside so she can take down Warwick. And while she's running at Warwick, you can see her dodging a spear from one of the Noxian soldiers. Going a bit back, before the Noxians are fighting Warwick, we have Isha drawing something, and if you look at the lower image, you can see that she's drawing herself, with Jinx's gun, blue hair, and an explosion behind her. Cool people don't look at explosions. Other than this, we cannot forget the fact that Jinx is calling for Isha in the top image, while Vi is walking in front of her, and they are most likely going at the commune. Right here we have Sevika in the third act, and she's about to say something, but then remembers that she doesn't actually have any lines of dialogue in the third act, so she shuts up. Not much to say about this image, but if I was to say something useful, the Hextech remnants on her neck remind me of Jayce's Hexcorized wrist, and I'm calling them Hextech remnants because you can see the blue glow on her neck, and that's because she was affected by the Hextech explosion caused by Powder in the third episode of Act 1 from Season 1. The last one is my favorite one, but before I yap about it, let's hear what it means. First, the question. Wow, these are incredible! So many didn't get into the show. I would absolutely love to hear the thought process behind them. The show was already incredible, but any of your concepts here could only have been an improvement. The Jinx family lineup is stunning. I'd love to know the context of the first two as well. I'm not sure which scenes these evolved into. The answer from the artist. Hey, thank you. The first one was supposed to be a full sequence of Viktor transforming into a machine. The second one was supposed to be Jinx finally being at peace with her ghosts from the past. A bit like Dexter in a way, you know the show probably. Now to me, these remind me of the Force ghosts from Star Wars, and the lower one kind of reminds me of Batman or assassins preparing to do something. It's a very intriguing image, and I'm wondering, where was it supposed to be played out? I would have loved to see something like this in the show. Why not? We get to see Silco whenever Jinx is in prison, but seeing everyone and Jinx, you know, making peace with her past would have been amazing as well. Now again, the show is what it is right now. This is just very interesting to talk about. Finally, it's pretty obvious, or at least in my case, or my opinion, these were fantastic, and I really hope the artist is not gonna stop posting content related to Arcane. Look, maybe that's all they had to post, but I doubt there isn't anything left from the development of Arcane. Now maybe, and I'm repeating this a lot these days, maybe they're going to add everything in the box set release of the second season. You know, the same thing they did with Season 1. Whenever they released it in Blu-ray, they added 3 hours of additional content, not scenes, content where they talked about the first season, and maybe they're gonna do the same thing for the second one. All we can do is wait and see what's going to happen. And besides that, thanks for watching.